Hi guys, it's Chloe from Minute Meadow Stables, and believe it or not, it is 3 o'clock in the morning, I think. And so I couldn't fall asleep. It wasn't happening. So I decided Folly could come out for Cage and just hang out with me again, and I would just make a vlog, I guess. So right now she's all settled in. I think she's trying to fall asleep in my bed. But that's all. That's okay. She's allowed to do that. So you may notice it's a lot brighter. I finally placed my lamp in a place that I think is okay. It sort of spreads the light out a little bit more. Like, my room is like the brightest I've ever seen it. It's amazing. I've only got 2 lights going. So yeah, there's that. But this is a pet vlog, so I've got to start talking about my pets. So, I'm really excited because today I have riding, and on Mondays I try and clean out all of the rat cages. I haven't cleaned out the other rat cage since Summer passed away, so that's going to be a big task for me. I'm sorry if I'm not sounding very good. I think I'm just coming down with a cold or something, so that's not very fun. But hey, you can't do anything about it. So yeah, and then I noticed that my last pet vlog, when I was going through it, so my footage had been cut out, so I think my camera messed up or something. So yeah, there was a few more toys, so I guess I'll show you that when I get my cat. I'll just show you all the toys then. That'll be a very special vlog. And I don't know why I'm making my vlog so short, because I have a lot to say about my pets and stuff. Well, right now it's just pet. But for now I'm just making them like 1 to 4 minutes. So I want to try and make them longer. But yeah, so on Mondays I clean out the rat cages. In the future I'm going to be cleaning out the cat box on Monday. And I've got riding on Monday. So everything's pretty messy. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just peeking over Volcano, making sure she's okay. And what else do I do on Mondays? I think I'm gonna maybe try and give Volcano a bath. Volcano hates water. I've gotten many scratches from Volcano's bath experiences. So I'm a little bit scared to do it again, so I might do it sort of like the cheaty way. If you do it, it's fine, but I normally give them like full-on baths. I give them sudsy water, and I've got the rinse bucket, and everything like that. I've got it all sorted out, so I make special days for this. But I think I'm just going to wipe her down because I don't want her to go through too much stress. Because I have a very sad story, like always. I had a rat called Wisp, and Wisp was one of my first rats, because I got 2 at the same time. And she was this beautiful, like, charcoal gray. She was beautiful. She had very, like, silky fur. She was a Dumbo. She was very pretty. Boys like, seriously, I'm very pretty too. And I'm like, yes, you are, Volcano. Anyway, and I gave her a bath because the rats, they had lice at one point, which, if your rat ever gets lice, I might make a video to try and help you with that problem, because it's a big problem. And I was like, oh no, it's incurable, I can't find anything. And so don't worry, it goes away. You have to cure it, you've got to do treatments and stuff, and your rats will be very stressed and everything. A lot of cleaning, but you can get through it. So yeah, I had this rat, we were going through treatment and everything, and she was very old, and she wasn't doing very well for the longest time. She wasn't eating anything, and I was really trying to boost up her cuddle time and everything. And then I gave her bath. She was all pretty and everything, and I took lots of pictures of her because she was so cute, all wrapped up in a little pink towel. Because they each have their own little pink towel. It's so cute. And then the next morning I walked over and she was dead, and I was like so sad. I was heartbroken, and I cried, and it was a school day too, and I cried. I bawled. I went to school and my eyes were all red and everything, and my friends asked what happened. I was like, oh, Wisp passed away. Anyway, I was sad for the longest time. Volcano seems to be able to like sleep anywhere on my bed. As long as it's on my bed, she'll sleep there. Like a few minutes ago, I had her up on the cat tree because I was like, oh, I could do a vlog with Volcano. Perfect idea, right, Chloe? And then Volcano was like, no, not a perfect idea. I don't want to be on the cat tree. So she jumped onto my leg, jumped onto the floor, ran over and climbed up my bed, which is a pretty high jump for a little one. Anyway, but she did it. Now she's cuddled up on my bed, being all adorable like she always is. I'll show you. Ignore the state of my room. Here's Volley. Say hi, Vols. Say hi. You want to say hi to the camera? Hello. Pretty girl. Did I wake you up? Did I wake you up? Yeah. Okay. My closet's a mess. I still have to go through it. Right now I've got all of my clothes, all of other people's clothes. Everything is in my closet, so it's pretty messy. But yeah, so there's all that, the Wisp story. And then, what else can I tell you guys? So I've been going through all my Breyer horses and my Schleich horses, my other horses, because I have too many horses. And yeah, so I was going to be putting like a model horse video, but then I realized that I forgot all of my horses' names, apart from most of the big ones. Like I have about 20 to 30 like small horses. And I was going to start a series where it's just like all of these horses going along with their daily lives and everything, and you could view them or something. Something like that. But I forgot their names. So I have to go back and try and find the paper that has all their names on it and all their different characteristics and stuff, personalities. Sorry, I'm really, really sick. But yeah. So I was going to do that, but I've got to find the papers. What else is there to tell you? It's hard when you only have one pet because you can only really talk about that one pet, but I'm sure I'll probably get more pets in the next year. Because I'm getting my cat this month to early next month, which I'm sort of sad because I know on March 23rd it's going to be a really sad day, so that's the day my cat passed away. So it's almost been an entire year. So yeah. And then I'm hoping Volcano can hang in there because they seem to just keep passing away on me and I'm like heartbroken. So there's that. And then I want to get more rats in the future. So maybe I'm thinking over the summer or in the fall I might get rats. Or if the cat gets along with rats, I might get them a little bit sooner. It's just a matter of the cat and its relationship skills. And then also my sister is turning 10 next year. I've got two sisters and she is a huge reptile fan. Like huge. She loves reptiles. So I was thinking, and I was like, do I do it? Do I not? So I think I'm going to be getting her an Anole next year. And Volcano is actually her rat. But she sort of came into possession of mine. She's now my possession. No, I'm kidding. She's her own possession. But I'm her caretaker now. So I'm not sure if this Anole will end up being mine or if it's going to stay hers. But I might be getting more rats, a cat, and an Anole in the future, so look forward to all of my pets. I guess while I'm here I could tell you a story of my previous pets, because my previous pets I've had a lot. I had my two cats, which I'll talk about in a future vlog, because I love my cats and I would talk on for like 20 minutes about my cats. And then my 3 rats. Okay, so if you look on my channel for right now, if you search up something called Funny Camo, you will see this video of my absolute darling little rat, Camo. It's a baby. She was like the the cutest little thing. I hate to say it, but I loved her. She was my first rat. She was the first one I picked out. So she was very special to me. And I was very, very, very sad when she passed away because it was very sudden. I wasn't home, and I came home and I looked in the cage and I was heartbroken. So that happened. But if you search up I've got a few rat videos on my channel of the earlier days when all my rats were young and playful. One of them has Volcano in them. Maybe two of them have Volcano. The one that's had this funny camel, Volcano had her head stuck in a tube for the entire video, so you can't really see Volcano. But you can see Summer and Camo, definitely. And I think you can see Wisp in that. So if you search up that, you can see my 4 rats. And I'll tell you stories about them later. Because I'll have to go and think of what stories I want to tell about my rats. Because I've had them for 2 years now. Well, almost 2 years. So, Volcano's going to be 2 on the 1st of summer. The first day of summer. Which is why Summer got her name. But there's that. But the stories that I want to tell you right now is about my newt. So I went on a trip with my grandparents to Ontario to see some distant relatives of mine. And while I was there, I went hunting for snakes because I, at that time, was a huge snake fan. I loved reptiles. In fact, if I go on, it's a sad sculpture that I made when I was in grade 7. But if I come over here to my shelf of all of the things I've made, there's no lights over here. This is one of, I'll bring him over with me. I should have just brought him over earlier, but I had no clue I was going to make this video on since it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and Chloe can't think. So, I made this, which is sad. It's a snake. And in its mouth, it's got a little rat. And I'm very sad that I made this because I am now a huge rat fan. And I always have been a rat fan. I've always wanted a rat, but my parents always said no. So that was that. And I always wanted a snake, but my parents also said no. We had, I think at the time that I had, when I first wanted a rat, I only had 1 cat, I'm pretty sure. So my parents said no. So I was left with my cat. And then I got Sammy. I don't have any pictures of Sammy because I had tons and tons of pictures, but then my iPod got reset. So I lost all of my pictures of my precious little Sammy. I don't know, my grandparents might have a few. But Sammy was a newt. And I randomly found Sammy in the wild, and I know I'm a horrible person for doing this, but I took him home with me. And I gave him this little terrarium, and I had all these rocks, and Sammy would not grow up. I was like, oh, he's still in the juvenile stage. When is he going to grow up? So I had Sammy for like a summer, and then I had him for, let's see, I left in summer, and then I went, I think he passed away either fall or winter. So he lasted for a pretty long time in juvenile stage, and he was making no changes. Now, it's not, well, it sort of is my fault for his death. So I put all these natural rocks in, right? And there was a layer of water, so it's sort of like a lake. Now, Sammy was still in the juvenile stage, so he couldn't swim or hold his breath underwater for too long. So when he got stuck under a rock, he sort of drowned, and I was heartbroken. I say heartbroken a lot because my heart breaks a lot, I guess. It's very fragile. So Sammy passed away, and then I think it was a few days, maybe a week or so after that, I had this fish for the longest time. It was like 2 or 3 years I had this fish. And this fish and me did not get along. I got him for Easter one year. I wanted my own pet for so long, and Mom said, we'll start you off with a fish, it's easy and everything, and then we'll maybe move you up to like a hamster, and I got the rats, and then you'll go to a cat, and we'll move up from there. Anyway, I'm now at the cat stage, but this fish would not die. I fed this fish occasionally. I was an awful fish owner. I can't remember to feed something that doesn't like let me know it's there. I found out. If a cat meows at me or if it's standing in front of me, I'm like, oh, you need food? Here you go. If a rat like is staring at my soul saying you have not fed me yet today, I will feed it. But with a fish, I forget about it. I forget about it very, very easily, and he wouldn't die. He somehow managed to live. I don't know how he did it, but he lived. And it was like 3 years that he lived. And it was amazing. I cleaned out his tank and everything. I was pretty good. Like, I wasn't the worst. I wasn't like letting his tank fill with algae. I do have a picture of him, so maybe I'll post. Maybe I'll put it up on a video or something. But yeah, so I had this fish, and the reason he died was of old age. Old age. I had a fish that I didn't really take care of very well, and he died of old age. I'm like, how? How is this possible? So yeah, that's what happened. Those are my 2 weird pets that aren't mammals. And then I've had salamanders before, but I released them in the backyard after a while. Except that one time when one got loose in the house and then we found a dried up salamander. I was very sad about that. But yeah, we've got a golf mat in the back because my dad and my sister play golf and I play a little bit. I'm not very good at it yet. I'm always confusing my grip. I'm like, oh, I'm using the backwards grip now. Wrong. But yeah, under the golf mat it's really like wet and rocky. So we just put all the salamanders down there. And we have salamander races. Sometimes we'll have like a little tank of water and we'll have like a little bit of water, like an inch of water, and then we'll start them and then we release them and then they like swim away. And then yeah, you know, that stuff that kids do. I don't do that anymore, but that's what kids do these days, I guess. No, they're just on their technology all day. But yeah, so, and then of course I have my 4 rats. Wisp, Camel, Volcano, and Summer. Well, had. And yeah, Volcano was the runt of her litter. So, she's doing pretty well. She's gotten pretty big. She's very fluffy, I find. She's got a lot of fluff on her. I forget who else was like that. I think Camel had a lot of fluff, and Summer. Summer was like a pom-pom. That was her nickname that I always called her. She was my big pom-pom. Because she was huge. Her fluff was massive. I've got their baby picture, so maybe I'll show you that. And then I've also got Summer's. Okay, so for some reason, whenever a pet dies, I always take like a death photo. And it's not like when they're dying. I don't take a picture when they're dying. It's like the day before they die. They do something really cute, so I take a picture of them, and then the next day they die. I don't know if it's like a curse or something, but it always happens. Like, I've got a picture of Camo, looking all cute on her stomach, and then the next day she dies. And then I have a picture of Summer. She's on my lap, and then she dies. And then I've got a picture of Wisp the day before the bath, and I've got cute little pictures of her posing and everything, and then she dies, and I'm like, am I cursed? Do I have some sort of jinx put on me? Like, should I stop taking photos of my pets? Although I have to admit, I take some pretty cute photos of my pets. But yeah. And now I'm sort of like, I'm not going to take any photos of Volcano. I'll just take videos of Volcano. That way, I may be safe. I don't know. I want my rats to be okay. Anyway, I've dragged this video out for as long as I possibly can drag it. So I'm going to maybe try and get a few winks of sleep, and I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow. See ya. Bye.